Hey guys, welcome into the DNVR Rockies podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter. Guys, I am on the road this week because, of course, it's Thanksgiving week and, I'm visiting family. I didn't get to visit family the whole time I was working in news, so this is nice to be able to spend some Thanksgiving time with my family. And you missed it before this podcast started. I had this great backdrop up and it just swooped right down. So we're having such a Mercury retrograde type of day, but Mercury's not in retrograde. Anyway, guys, welcome in. I am in Charlotte right now, having a blast spending time with my family. And yeah, we're going to have a little road themed podcast today. I'm going to rank all of the road trips with a little help from you guys, a little help from some of my colleagues too at DNVR, because I had my coworkers kind of rank some of the trips. So we're going to get into that. We've got some baseball news too. Yamamoto, the watch has begun. He has officially been posted as an international free agent. So we'll get into that too. We're keeping track of some old friends on the move as well. But first, oh my gosh, you guys, there is no Rockies news today. It is just such a quiet day, such a quiet weekend. But we've got some other transactions to talk about too. We're not going to talk about this first. We're going to rank the road trips first. We've got Alyssa producing, by the way. Alyssa, if you want to hop in at all, feel free. But yeah, she's back in Denver. Guys, let's talk about these upcoming road trips. The Rockies have some great road trips this season. I think the biggest one, I think the one that is ranked at number one, is that trip to Mexico City. Yeah. The bottom of the list, of course, I'll tell you what no one ranked. Okay. The Dodgers trip at the end of the season, the Atlanta, Milwaukee, and Detroit trip in September. That just sounds like Humidity City. Yeah, crazy, you guys. Yeah, the Rockies have so many great trips. I think, the best one, Mexico City, Miami, and like Pittsburgh at the end. Do we even count that in there? Toronto. There's a Toronto trip in there. All right, fam. Okay, Toronto and Philly. That's another really popular one for some reason. Toronto and Philly in April, though, I don't know. It's still kind of cold in both of those cities. I think there's a May trip. Okay, San Diego, San Francisco, and Oakland. May 13th to May 23rd. That is like a prime road trip right there. These are some good ones right here. St. Louis and Minneapolis in June, from June 5th to June 13th. That sounds horrible. Those are two very humid places, especially that time of year. We've got Cincinnati and New York, July 8th through 14th. That is also Humidity City right there. Houston and Chicago White Sox, June 25th to June 30th. Okay, so the Rockies have like some of the most humid trips coming up. I mean, that's the time of year though. All-Star break. By the way, the All-Star game is in Arlington this year, as if we haven't seen enough Arlington in this past postseason. My goodness. So yeah, the trip that wins at the top of this ranking, Mexico City and Miami. Like, these are trips that I have to go on. I need to be a part of that nonsense. You guys, let me know in the comments though what you think. Let me know what trips making noise on my own end. I'm having so many technical things going on right now. I can see Alyssa laughing at me in the camera. Yeah. Guys, this is the magic of doing shows on the road. The first one's always a little bit wonky. But at least I don't have to worry about like waking up my 1-year-old nephew from his nap, because he is like in the next room. But I think he just woke up. Was it me? I don't know. All right. Okay. Let me know again, guys, in the comments, what you guys think of these upcoming road trips. But yeah, let's get into a little bit of we'll get into a little bit of baseball headlines right now. So Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he is the top starting pitcher on the market right now. Who is he? Yeah, top pitcher on the market, coming from Japan, had an incredible season in Japan, asked his team for permission to come on out to the US. They said yes. And we're excited to see what he can do. But he's expected to be pretty expensive. So a lot of the teams that are, looking to maybe try to sign Shohei Ohtani, there's a lot of overlap, of course, in teams who want a really good starting pitcher like this and can afford it. So yeah, there's a lot of rumors going around. I know the Cubs are a rumor as a landing place. They have Seiya Suzuki already. They're also pretty heavily in the running right now, trying to get Shohei Ohtani. But I mean, it'd be kind of hard to pull off both Ohtani and Yamamoto. Those are going to be very expensive guys. So unless you want to take out a loan to pay for these guys, I don't know. I don't know if you can get both, but wouldn't it be fun to see those two together? But yeah, here's the timeline of what that looks like. So the window that clubs can start actually making these offers. The window begins 8 a.m. Eastern time on November 21st. That's tomorrow. That's Tuesday. The signing club must submit terms no later than 5 p.m. Eastern time on January 4th, 2024. So I guess we'll know by then where he lands. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Everyone's very excited that he's officially on the market now. Huge baseball news. This is like another big thing that we are going to be watching, in addition to watching where Shohei Ohtani ends up. So honestly, what a time. What a time to be a fan of Japanese baseball in particular, because these guys are going to make the free agency market very interesting. They're honestly keeping me alive this trade market season, this off season, if you will. So yeah, let's check. All right. We are going to, you know what? Let's shout out our friends at Breck Distillery real fast. Obviously, our friends at Breck Distillery are famous for me losing my phone after I went to their tasting room. It was a good time. No, but Breck Distillery, they have award-winning spirits. You can get them in all 50 states. I might grab a bottle for my family this Thanksgiving here in Charlotte. They'll love it. But yeah, Breck Distillery, award-winning spirits that they have. They're also the official bourbon of the Denver Broncos. So they still have a contest going on. This is a great contest. Use the hashtag Broncos Bourbon. You could win 2 tickets to the Breckenridge Bourbon Whiskey Suite for the Broncos Chargers game on New Year's Eve. And you have until December 1st when they narrow it down to 10 favorites. And then there's going to be a fan vote to see who actually wins the grand prize. But how fun would that be? All you have to do is post your favorite Broncos photo on Instagram and Facebook and use that hashtag Broncos Bourbon. So yeah, there's a link in our description to fully enter to find more information. But yeah, Breck Distillery, more than just award-winning spirits, they have an incredible immersive guest experience. So you can eat at their award-winning restaurant, enjoy show-stopping cocktails, of course, and you can take a tour and learn about their highly awarded spirits in their in-depth tasting, get an inside look at the production facility. That's always so fun to do, by the way. And if you didn't hear, they also make Riki seltzers made with Breck spirits. I feel like we downed a lot of those at the DNVR bar this weekend. But yeah, they're at our tailgates. They're at our watch parties all year long. Breck Distillery products are available in all 50 states. Shop your local retailer or visit BreckenridgeDistillery.com for home delivery of their award-winning spirits. Pray anywhere. And we should also shout out our friends at Bet365. Because, guys, it is never ordinary when you are betting with Bet365. They have amazing offers. Choose between 2 of these offers. Either a first bet safety net of $1,000 or bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets when you sign up using code DNVR365. My absolute favorite thing, I always say this, I love the Bet365 app because we have a custom DNVR bet in their app every single week. It's got the DNVR bets logo on it, the signage, the graphic, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, use code DNVR365 when you sign up. But guys, make sure you are 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Guys, let's get into some baseball headlines, some transactions happening around. Everyone was up to something this weekend, which I thought was really fun. It was a pretty busy Friday in terms of some baseball news. Of course, we already mentioned the Rockies made a trade for a starting pitcher. We talked about that all on Friday. So you can check out Friday's show if you want to know more about that. But the St. Louis Cardinals have hired an old friend of ours, former Rocky Daniel Descalso, has been added to the St. Louis coaching staff. Katie Wu reported this, but no title yet. I think they're still filling out the rest of their major league staff, but he's part of the major league staff. He is, of course, Cardinals fans love Daniel Descalso too. So how could you not? We liked him here. The Cardinals actually also, I don't know how I feel about this move. I feel good about it for us. I don't know how Cardinals feel about it. St. Louis Cardinals also signed starter Lance Lynn. He has been in need of a bounce back season. And honestly, the Cardinals also in need of a bounce back season. Can they pull it off together? Or is this a toxic relationship? I don't know. But Lance Lynn was drafted by the Cardinals. So he is he's an old friend of theirs. Lance Lynn's been struggling. He desperately needs that bounce back season. Let's talk about this is probably one of the biggest starting pitching free agents of the season, Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola, I'm not surprised here. Aaron Nola re-signed with Philly. That news broke the other day. 7 years, $172 million. So he reportedly also, that's a big chunk of money. He turned down less money to stay with the Phillies. And we've seen that with a couple of other really big name Phillies players too, including Trey Turner. I'm so fascinated by this. I always love hearing about when guys turn down more money to be in the place that they see as the right fit. So I don't know what the Phillies front office is telling players in terms of like, yeah, sign here for a little less. But listen, they're doing it. These guys are buying in. I think that's a really good sign. But also, kind of a risk. I hope it pays off. I'm a little biased, as you know. But yeah, Jeff Passan reported right-hander Aaron Nola and the Phillies agreed on a 7-year, $172 million contract. Deal is pending physical. But I feel like there's not going to be too many surprises there. Aaron Nola has been a Philly his entire career. He was drafted by the Phillies. But the Atlanta Braves were reportedly the biggest threat to snag Aaron Nola. But, this is what Bob Nightingale reported first. But, yeah, the Braves were the threat. The Phillies stepped up, gave out the biggest pitcher contract they've ever given out to Aaron Nola. Fun stuff, guys. So that's, the rest of the, that's the National League right now. James in the chat, when are the Rockies going to have a bounce back season? Yeah, when are the Rockies going to have a bounce back season? I don't know. What do we define as a bounce back season? How much of a bounce do we get? That's the question. Because I think that things are going to get better. Things might not actually get that much better in the 2024 season. Like, I hate to say that or put that out there, put that energy out in the universe, but the Rockies might not be that much better next year, but they're going to be better in a couple of years. And like, it just has to go that way. It can only go up. Knock on wood. My goodness. Michael in the chat. Hi, Suzie. No disrespect to Nola, but he is 30 years old. Do you think 7 years is too much or just what they needed to do to get it done? I definitely think that's a big component of it. Like, you got to give him a little extra in terms of years, even if you don't think he's going to be that good. In those later years of his contract, age 36, age 37. I think they needed to do that. I don't necessarily think Aaron Nola's going to be the pitcher he is at age 30 He's obviously not going to be that, even, 36, 37. But I think it's what they had to do. It's what they had to do. And that's kind of the norm too. You have to sign these guys to these big, long contracts. And that's what's going to make the Shohei race so interesting too, because it's even riskier right now signing him to a really long contract because he's currently injured. You don't know if he's going to be able to pitch again like he has been able to pitch, because he's not even going to be able to pitch next year. So it's just another like little juicy nugget in terms of this baseball offseason. James in the chat adding, I miss the Rocktober days. Oh my gosh, I've been such a hater of Rocktober lately, ever since we talked about it a while ago. I think this is because somehow the Woody Page comments came up where he said that '07 was the worst thing to ever happen to the Rockies because it was such a lucky thing to happen, such a once in a lifetime Rocktober run. But it was lucky. It was very fortunate. It was lightning in a bottle. And for some reason, it worked out. And now ownership thinks that that is a strategy that works. Just wait for something really lucky to happen and it'll all come together. And nothing like that will ever happen again. So that's why actually I'm going to come out and say I don't miss Rocktober, because I'm going to look forward at a actually sustainable winning future for the Rockies. So there's my soapbox right there. Who doesn't love a soapbox? We are going to. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's look around the NL West too. The Padres are looking to add some infield depth. They signed shortstop Mason McCoy to a minor league deal. He's got a spring training invite. This is part of the depth that they're adding to their infield. Of course, they have a really good infield. They've got Manny Machado, Jade Cronenworth, Xander Bogaerts, Ha-Sung Kim. So they don't need another guy, but you need someone on the bench. And obviously, injuries happen. I'm not trying to put any bad juju out in the universe, but yeah, this is a guy who debuted with the Blue Jays in August. He literally had one plate appearance. I think he played in 6 games for the Blue Jays. Had literally one plate appearance. So this is like it's a little risk right there, I think. All right, let's talk about our friends at Kind Love. Oh my goodness. Kind Love Turbo Joints will have you tweeting like Travis Kelce in 2011. Listen, this is one of the first dispensaries in Colorado. They've been doing this since 2010. They're known, they have a great reputation for cultivating some of the highest quality cannabis in the state. Fully integrated seed to sale. That's basically farm to table, but for weed. And of course, they have the Turbo Core, 100 milligram stick, size of a toothpick, looks like a toothpick. You slide it into a joint that you've already rolled, and it is a cannabis concentrate that is going to absolutely light up that experience. And it's vegan too, if you care. And here's the thing, they have them pre-rolled too, so you can get the turbo joint. It's so cool. So visit one of their stores at Cherry Creek. It's in that shopping center that's near the PetSmart and near the Target off of Alameda. They have a store in North Denver too. Mention DNVR. You are getting the DNVR exclusive discount of 25% off all Kind Love flower, pre-rolls, and the whole Turbo Joint line. Oh yeah, and the Immaculate Vibes pack. Iconic. So visit their website, kindlove.com. Check out their whole menu, or you can order ahead online. But yeah, again, that's kindlove.com. Use code DNVR. Guys, it is almost the holidays. You got to be logging on to FOCO. FOCO is the leading manufacturer of sports and entertainment merchandise with a product line that includes apparel, accessories, toys, collectibles, novelty items, and more. And they've got officially licensed gear for all sports, all fandoms. So you can find stuff that you love for our teams that we love in Denver. Or again, these make great gifts. So let's say you know an Eagles fan who needs some good Eagles gear. You can get that there too. But yeah, they've got the bobbleheads. They've got the overalls. They've got those big sweatshirt blankets that I kind of live in this time of year because I get so cold. Foco always has our back for Colorado sports. They have yours too. Get the best gear around by using the link in our description. And for all non-presale items, use promo code DNVR for 10% off. All right. James in the chat, don't let Woody Page get you down. It's too late. Already happened. No, I did let him get, you were so right. I let him get me down. But I kind of agree with it. It's a little bit of an intense take to say that the most fun that the Rockies fandom has ever had was actually the worst thing to ever happen. That's a really bold take. And I don't want to discount all the fun that everyone had during that '07 run. But I think we just need to like really take an honest look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We need to not live in the past like this. At this point, it's like we're dwelling on it too much. We got to look forward. All right. I want to talk about Sam Hilliard. Sam Hilliard, by the way, Sam Hilliard's been up to a lot, and I don't know if y'all know it, but Sam Hilliard's Team Hilliard Foundation, of course, in memory of his father who passed away from ALS. Oh my gosh. So Sam Hilliard, the Team Hilliard Foundation had their big golf tournament last week. So this also was stacked with major leaguers. They had Bobby Witt Jr., Trevor Story, Trent Grisham, Matt Carpenter, AJ Minter. Of course, Sam Hilliard competed too. This is the second one they've actually done. But Sam and his mother, Tamara, presented a check for $50K to the ALS Therapy Development Institute and another $50K to Project Main Street, which also has some very strong MLB ties, but they provide financial assistance for people living with ALS. So congratulations to them, all the work that they've been able to do in memory of Sam's father. Yeah, Sam's one of the good ones, and I love that he has taken his platform and is doing something like this with it. I think it's really sweet. Also, speaking of Sam Hilliard's an Oriole. I don't know if y'all missed this or anything, but yeah, Sam was actually claimed off of waivers from Atlanta by the Orioles. So Sam Hilliard's the Oriole. He just signed a 1-year, $800,000 contract with the Orioles on Friday to avoid arbitration. John Heyman first reported this. Sam Hilliard, by the way, he's 29 years old now. This man is growing up. Kind of wild. Garrett Hampson's now a free agent. So much went down on Monday. That was Monday. So much went down on Friday, rather, because that was the non-tender deadline. Garrett Hampson was non-tendered by the Marlins. I thought that was pretty, he didn't blow them away, but I think he was better than Marlins fans expected him to be, which was, good for them. He was there to, assist in a playoff run. They were in the postseason. Fun fact, though, his Twitter bio still says he's a Colorado Rockies, so he's not very logged on. Garrett Hampson. The hamster. He's a good one. James in the chat, I will add that Rocktober happened more often than just the 2007 run. It's just that the other runs were not as dramatic. Well, I'm talking about the peak drama one. Peak drama. We are peak drama. Yes. All right. And what else do we have going on, fam? What else do we have going on? That is, guys, it's a slow news day. It's a holiday week. We're keeping it light. We're keeping it short. Hey, listen, we had a Broncos win last night. That was really exciting. Just barely. Also, I'm on the East Coast right now. I forgot how awful it is watching Sunday night football in this time zone because my goodness, it was so late and I was like, okay, are we going to bed or what? Eagles Chiefs tonight though. Which jersey will Taylor Swift wear? I don't even think she's going to be at that game in case, because I know the public famously cares about hearing about what Taylor Swift does in her free time. But of course I'm an Eagles fan. I'm wearing my midnight green right now. And I'm here with the rest of my family who are Eagles fans. So we're gonna have some fun. And that's it. We got, oh my gosh. Actually, Michael, I'm really glad you brought this up. Thanks for throwing this in there in the chat. Speaking of the non-tender deadline, Daniel Vogelbach would slay in Denver. I think Daniel Vogelbach is like the most interesting person in baseball. I have like overheard him talking with players and in the visiting clubhouse before. I just think he's an absolute character. And he could be fun. I don't think I don't think it's enough of a benefit for Colorado. I don't know. I'm just like thinking of him like running the bases. He's just like a bigger guy, so like he's not exactly the fastest, and it's even harder to run in Colorado. Would he? But Michael loves Vogie. I do too. I think he's a very entertaining guy, to say the least. I would be thrilled if he ended up in Colorado just because he's such a great personality. I would enjoy it. Thank you for adding that. But yeah, Daniel Vogelbach was non-tendered by the Marlins. By the Mets. Suzie, like, do I know anything? Yeah, I think that's all the news that has been happening. I'm gonna scroll through. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. Guys, I don't know exactly what Patrick has in store for tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be great per usual. Wednesday, I will be back here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel at noon. Hannah Wing of the Texas Rangers joins the show. We're going to do a little Women in Sports Wednesday. Because why not? And yeah, keep in mind, we've got some Black Friday sales coming up. So mark your calendars, keep the tab open, dnvrlocker.com, because we have the biggest Black Friday sale we've ever had coming up. It's going to be really good. Michael adding in the chat. It's just like me and Michael talking about Vogelbach now. When the ball is in the 15th row, you don't have to run fast. Okay, so he's implying he's going to hit some homers in Colorado. I wonder if I could hit a homer at Coors Field. Everyone, thanks for tuning in to this very nice, brief DNVR Rockies podcast. We're just going to keep you moving here on this Thanksgiving week. You can follow me at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms. You can follow all the latest Rockies news at DNVR_Rockies. And you know what I like to say about what Bob Black likes to say about closing out a show. We say, fuck it. We ball. Go on with your day. I will talk to you guys. Patrick will talk to you guys tomorrow on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel at noon. Talk to you later.